everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great day today. It's Thursday afternoon. I wanted to join in on another great contest on the vinyl community. This one's from Chris Propfe at Musically Obsessed. It's his 413 subscriber contest. And I was watching a video presented by Bill from the Vinylverse. So Bill gave me that idea. So thank you to both Chris and Bill for this great, cool contest. Before I get into everything, please hit the like and subscribe button below. Thank you to all that have liked and subscribed so far. I greatly appreciate it. I want to continue to put great content out there to be informative and to show you guys some great bands and artists that I have in my collection. I didn't choose any CDs from this. I could have chosen a ton of CDs, but I stuck with albums. So it's right off the bat, it's your 4 favorite albums and why. Okay, so here we go. And as always, I have to throw some Canadian content out there. Being Canadian myself, proud Canadian. This was the very first concert I saw way back when, and it wasn't a huge concert. Just these guys were playing, and they were weird, they were odd, but their music was so great, and it stands the test of time. I've been on to see the lead singer a ton of times, and great Canadian prog band. This is Max Webster, High Class and Borrowed Shoes, and Kim Mitchell, lead singer, highly underrated guitarist, amazing guitarist. Patio Lantern's a big hit for him. But this has High Class and Borrowed Shoes, cool tune, Diamonds, Gravity, Words to Words, America's Veins, Old War, On the Road, Rain Child, and In Context of the Moon. These guys toured with Rush a lot, and they actually Rush actually sang on one of their songs on their later album. So big friends of Rush. And yeah, there you go. Max Webster from Toronto. This album, and I've shown this one before on the community, this one got me into rock and roll, got me into vinyl, it got me into rock, it got me into guitars, it got me into so many things, and it still sounds just as good today as it did way back when I first heard it. Deep Purple, Machinehead, just an amazing album by this amazing super group, I call them. The group itself went through a lot of changes. I've got a couple of their albums on the wall there. Their older albums, their first 2 albums, when they were more proggy, more they weren't as hard rock as they were back then, and they're still going strong today. So there's side 1, Highway Star, Maybe Emilio, Pictures of Home, Never Before, Smoke on the Water, Lazy, and Space Truckin'. 7 songs, but those 7 songs are still in here, still in my heart. As I said, this album stands the test of time and is and will always be my favorite album, because it was my first same story. You know, your parents take you to their minister's house for dinner. The kids of the minister take you downstairs and say, listen to this album, and exactly that's what happened with this one. And I was introduced to Dark Side of the Moon. What an album to be discovered. And you're still discovering every time you listen to it. There's still little pieces of it that you still discover today. It's just that great of an album. I just picked up Animals the other day, and I think Animals is an amazing album and probably one of the best from Pink Floyd. But this one here, just like Machinehead, you know, it's right there for sure. And do I have a fourth? I do have a fourth, sorry. And this one here, Paranoid. What can you say? Some would argue that this is not their best one. But again, it was my introduction to the band, as well as Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, and I go on the fence between those two albums as which album I like better, because they both have their good points and they both have their strong points, and a couple of songs that maybe didn't have to be on the album. But yeah, from start to finish, this one: War Pigs, Paranoid, Planet Caravan, Iron Man, Electric Funeral, Hand of Doom, Rat Salad, and Fairies Wear Boots. So there's my four. Some prog, some rock. I guess kind of a mixture of both. A little Canadian flavor in there as well. The next question is album bought on a whim. I've looked at this album cover before, and I wasn't sure what it was. Was it a single? Was it? I don't know. It was just kind of different looking. Anyway, I picked it up a week or so ago, and it's freaking amazing. This is UK Squeeze, and it happens to be on red vinyl as well, which was a surprise. I didn't think that was, but what a rockin' little album this is. Yeah. You've got Sex Master, Bang Bang, Strong in Reason, Wild Sewerage, Tickles Brazil, Out of Control, Take Me I'm Yours, The Call, Model, Remember What, First Thing Wrong, Hesitation, Rule Britannia, and Get Smart. It's just amazing little rockin' album. And the fact that it's got red vinyl is kind of cool as well. Next is 3 albums essential to 3 different genres. So first off, I want to get into more of this genre, and I don't have a lot. I do have 10 Years After, but this is the Bluesbreakers, John Mayhill, and with Eric Clapton. I think with Eric Clapton's help, brought blues to the forefront, and someone who was a god with guitar playing on a blues album, just brought this, as I said, brought the blues to the forefront with a lot of audience. And it's a great little album. It's just great. All Your Love, made famous by the Yardbirds, Hideaway, Little Girl, Another Man, Double Cross in Time, What I Say, Key to Love, Parchment Farm, Have You Heard, Ramblin' on My Mind, Steppin' Out, and It Ain't Right. Of course, Eric, being the blues aficionado, and John Mayhill together, great album. From the prog era, this one took a couple of listens to understand, to get into, to enjoy, to get through. But once you get over that, it's just an amazing album. And of course, between Yes and Genesis and Gentle Giant, so many great progressive bands. But yeah, Yes is a major influence on the progressive rock genre. I could have chosen I could have chosen Rush, but 99.9% of everything I have, and I have pretty much the whole discography now, is on CD, so I wanted to stick with albums for this one, as Rush was very influential in both rock and progressive rock. And finally, from the rock world, from the guitar era, when if I recall, it was Pete Townsend and Eric Clapton watching this guy play, and someone said, "We're in trouble." Jimi Hendrix, Are You Experienced? The guitar rock, blistering solos, straight ahead rock and roll, straight ahead, in your face, Purple Haze, Manic Depression, Hey Joe, Lover Confusion, May This Be Love, I Don't Live Today, The Wind Cries Mary, Fire, Third Stone from the Sun, Foxy Lady, and Are You Experienced? A player ahead of his time, a player unfortunately that didn't stay around too long, part of the 27, but had a major influence on guitar players, I think still today perhaps. Yeah, everyone was said we better step it up a notch. The only one that I don't think maybe intimidated, or perhaps intimidated, Jimi Hendrix was the late great Terry Kath from Chicago. Jimi Hendrix said that he was a better player than he was, and yeah, he was an amazing player. I could have put Chicago in this mixture because they influenced a whole other era as far as jazz and rock and horn playing and that type of thing. But anyway, so 3 different genres, 3 great amazing albums, 3 great amazing artists, and there you have it. There's my contest entry. I hope you enjoyed. Hope I did everything correctly. Thank you again for all your likes and subscribes. Thank you for all your great comments. I greatly appreciate it. You guys have been amazing. Have yourself a wonderful day and take care. Bye now.